The final flames of the spring and autumn era burned bright. King Helu of Wu, King Fuchai, and King Gujin of Yue clashed in fierce rivalry, and their endless cycle of revenge brought both southern states to ruin. The state of Wu, with the legendary strategist Sun Wu and the loyal minister Wu Zixu at its side, toppled the state of Chu and rose to the seat of the hegemon. But at the height of its glory, the seeds of its downfall had already been sown. In the shadow of this victory, Sun Wu quietly withdrew from court, and the rest of his life vanished into the pages of history. Only the art of war remains to tell of his existence. Fuchai, suspecting even the loyal Wu Zixu, drove him to take his own life. Neglecting state affairs, the king sank into luxury and pleasure. Seizing the moment, Gujian, once a prisoner of Wu, struck back, destroyed Fuchai, and annihilated the state of Wu. Having crushed Wu, Gujian became the master of the south. He expanded his power toward the central plains, but in struggles against the northern powers, he revealed the limits of both his diplomacy and his armies. His chief advisor, Fan Li, abandoned power and retired. And around 465 BCE, Gujian passed away. After Gujian, the kings of Yue inherited his throne, but none could match his ambition or foresight. The government fell into disorder, and the state's power weakened rapidly. Around 410 BCE, barely 50 years later, Yue failed to repel Chu's invasion and vanished into history. It was a stunning reversal. Once driven to the brink of destruction, its capital seized by Wu, Chu had slowly regained its breath after Wu's collapse. Restoring internal order and rebuilding its armies, Chu set its sights on the now chaotic Yue. By about 410 BCE, it had destroyed Yue completely. The two former hegemons, Wu and Yue, were gone, and Chu once again stood among the strong. Meanwhile, in the north, the mighty state of Jin, once dominant over the central plains, collapsed under fierce infighting among its powerful noble clans. The families of Han, Wei, and Zhao divided its lands and emerged as three independent states. This partition of Jin was the decisive turning point from the spring and autumn era to the warring states era. The feudal lords no longer bowed to the Zhou royal authority. They began calling themselves kings, replacing the old hegemons with the real power of armies and reforms. In this upheaval, even the once weak border state of Yan rose as a power by reforming its military and stabilizing its rule. And at last, 7 great powers stood over the land. Qin, Zhao, Wei, Han, Chu, Qi, Yan. We call them the 7 warring states. If the spring and autumn era was an age of ritual and noble pretense, the warring states era was a time when the sword and the law defined justice. The old order of the realm had crumbled, and now the true war, for the last and only ruler, was about to begin.